What's up, y'all? This is Ty. I am here to review Season 3, Episode 13 of All the Queen's Men. And the episode is titled, I Got Five on It. Y'all remember that song? I used to love that song. But before I get into this review, I have to give a shout out to my subscribers and those of you who have been leaving comments and those of you who have left comments in last week's review. I'm talking about folks like Gina Lee, Bobby Ray, Tay Tay, Karima Khadijah, and Randall Brown. Thank you so much. Let's keep the channel going and growing. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get down to this review. We see the detective. She's just so pathetic. You know, she was so adamant in taking down Madam and all of this. Now she's reduced to being Madam's little errand girl, or little snitch, or what, a little gopher or whatever, begging and pleading for money just to give her a leeway and tell her things because her career is pretty much over. How pathetic it is. No dignity, no pride, but she got to do what she got to do, right? I'm like, that somebody that you've been trying to take over, like, that's hilarious to me. So we see how Madam's like treating her. Make sure you bring me information that I need, and I'll tell you how much I'm going to pay you. I got enough dig. I don't know. I would leave town or something and do something else. I don't know if I could take that humiliation, but here we are with the detective taking humiliation from Madam, and Madam telling her, you bring me the information I need. I tell you how much I'm going to pay you, and that's that. Then we have El Fuego, who we saw last week, helping Big D out of the dungeon. And I was saying to myself, now how he think he going to pull this off, helping him out the dungeon and not getting in any trouble or court or anything like that? Well, what ends up happening? Madam confronts him like, why did you do that? Who told you to do that? And he was like, well, she said, how do you even know he was down there? So he goes on to tell her how his computer was hacked and this, that, and the third. And they had a live video feed of them having Big D down there. And I'm like, oh God, this dude is stupid. So Madam's like, why didn't you tell me this information? Why are you holding out information on me? And I'm gonna need to make sure that you are not running your mouth, and that I know that you're loyal. And he's like, well, I can't. He's not too bright. Clearly, he's not too bright. I don't know if I could promise not talking to the police and this and that, the third, because they coming down on me. Why would you say something so stupid like that to a known killer? Like, well, I don't know anything anyway, but I don't know. They keep coming at me. Dude, if you got, either you're going to leave town or you're going to stick here and keep your mouth shut. I don't know what's so hard for him that he just can't seem to keep his mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. I don't know. And then you have these people. We're trying to figure out who are these people that are trying to get him to turn on Madam in the first place. Some people are saying it's the concierge, but there's other people that don't believe it's the concierge. So if it's not the concierge, who do y'all think it is? Y'all tell me who's doing that then. But I'm really still feeling like he's not being too bright. Meanwhile, Miss Tandy is called into the office, and she is asked by Madam to run for mayor because her husband is now dead. And Madam's like, listen, I need somebody in there that I can control. I need a sucker in there. And you're my sucker, and you're gonna run for mayor. And that way, with you running mayor, I can have control over everything. With you, and so she's like, we're gonna set it up. And she's like, I'm telling you, this is what you're gonna do. You can do this. And I was like, that's interesting. But then we also saw in the same episode, the DA is excited about Miss Tandy becoming mayor or running for mayor, because she's like, good, I'll have my job will be secure, because Miss Tandy played both sides. She's like, my job will be secure, and I have a good relationship with the DA. So that way, she says I have a good relationship with Miss Tandy. That's what the DA was saying. So then this will work out great for us. And I'm like, this is interesting, because y'all know Miss Tandy played both sides. But then of course we have the detective letting Madam know this, and Madam's like, this is stuff I already know. I know that. So that's interesting to see how this is all going to play out. And how is Miss Tandy going to handle both of them because both of them are expecting her to do to help them and help benefit them. So that's going to be interesting. We also saw in this episode, which was getting on my nerves, we're showing Big D trying to impress Diamond. He said something that I thought was stupid. Like, I know you still want me, but let me take you out to lunch. What did he say? He was trying to impress her, and he says, he knows that she still wants him, but let me take you out to lunch so I can win you back. Well, if she still wants you, you wouldn't have to win her back. If she wanted you, she would be with you. And he just still begging and pleading. I'm like, and that's another thing. Why isn't he dead? I thought they were going to kill him. I thought they should have killed him because he helped Casanova get away. That whole thing, I felt like, why are they sparing him? I know why, but I still didn't agree with that decision. I was like, that wasn't a real bright decision to make or a thing to do. But hey, that's what they wanted to do. So that was that. Then we have, what else did we have? We have Big D going into the dressing room with the guys or whatever. While he's in there, El Fuego tells the team how someone is trying to blackmail him and they're trying to sabotage him and trying to get him to turn against, but they're trying to get him to turn against Madam. And what they did, they made this fake video to make it look like he killed that young lady and his ex-girlfriend, to make it look like he killed the girl when he knows he didn't. So they got some serious technology. So when he's telling the fellas this, he's like, listen, there's somebody hacked into my computer and they trying to, blackmail and make me say if I don't do this and turn on Madam. And Midnight and all of them like, you need to keep your mouth shut. And yet here he is again saying he don't know what he can do. He's trying to get himself killed. That's what it seems like to me, like he's just trying to get himself killed. Shut up. That's what you need to do. Shut up. You really need to shut up. Then we have Big D strolling in there, and, they don't really care for him. What you coming in here for? Wasn't you demoted? They don't really care for him. But him and Amp make peace a little bit. He apologized, to Amp. Amp apologized to him. I was treating you wrong, this, that, and the third. But I'm asking if you could stay away from Dime. And Big D was like, I accept your apology and all. And yeah, we got off on the wrong foot, this, and that, and the third. But I'm sorry. I can't stay away from her. I don't think she wants either one of us. Something like that, he said. And this caused Amp to get in his feelings and punch him in the face. He punched Big D in the face. I laughed at that because I said, damn, all this over Dime. All of this over Dime. And that was funny. And they're like, yo, what's wrong with you? You got to chill out. You got to relax. Even Blue told Amp, you got to calm down and get your stuff together. You still doing too much. Even though we seen Amp is calming down a little bit. She's like, you got to calm down and get yourself together. Get it going. Get right, whatever. Babyface and Trouble, they get into it. Oh, before we go into that, let's mention how Champ and Babyface, I'm saying the wrong name. Champ and Trouble have been bailed out. They got out of that situation. And they're looking for some new financial ways, something to do. First, Champ says, let's do something with a drug deal. Then she's like, no, we don't want to do no little small-time drug deal. That's what Trouble tell them. Then they come up with this thing where they're going to rob stash houses. That's their little plan, to rob stash houses. So I'm like, let's see. These two are like bumbling idiots to me. They're always doing something that's going to not turn out in their favor. Then after that, that's when we've seen Babyface get into it with Trouble and, about her wanting to be on the main stage, this, that, and the third, and all that interesting stuff. And I was like, okay, that was really interesting. And, they have all that competitiveness and, she wanted to be in the VIP status and all that. Then we get to the end of this episode with El Fuego getting jumped. Some car rolls up and these dudes come out and they're beating him down. But they was trying to get him in the car, right? Trying to get him in there. And Midnight came to his aid and helped him. So they managed the guys who were trying to hurt him, whatever they were trying to do, looked like they were trying to get him in the car. They speed off, leave off, and he's talking to Midnight, and he's like, oh, I'm fine. I got to go home. I told y'all somebody's after me, this, that, and the third. And then he goes, like, I'm good. I'm going to go home. Nah. Ain't no way after I get attacked like that and someone's been hacking into my computer and threatening me and ain't no way I'm going back home. I'm not going back home. And as I was saying that, I'm like, why in the hell would you go back home? Ain't no way I'm going back home. As he's headed to go to his car, you hit the key, boop, boop, boom, the car explodes. And that's how the episode ended. So it's like, damn, they trying to kill him. I'm like, well, what's going on? What is that about? So there's a few theories. I saw some people believe that Madam probably planted the bomb in the car because she wanted to kill him because she can't trust that he's not going to, start talking. I don't know. But that was interesting. I feel bad because El Fuego is like he just can't seem to catch a break. He don't fit in with this world. We got to see what's going to happen with that. They did not show Rayshawn in this episode. I'm wondering, I guess he's made it home to Alabama. I wonder if we're going to see him again. But I thought this was a decent episode. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next week. Tell me your thoughts. What did you think of this episode? What do you think of this idea of Miss Tandy being the mayor? That's going to be interesting. Oh, I got to go back some. Let me go back. Because how could I skip when Miss Tandy and Madam was having a conversation about her being the mayor, and Miss Tandy said, let's shake on it. Madam was like, I'm not touching your nasty ass hand. Like, you a little freak, all that foolishness you used to do with your husband. I ain't touching your hand. That was so funny to me when she said it. She was like, nah, I ain't touching your hand. I thought that was hilarious. So anyway, that is my review of all the Queen's Men this season. If it's something I left out, let me know down below in the comments. Tell me your thoughts. What do you think is going on? Do y'all think that Champ can really be trusted? I don't know why Trouble trusts him. He seems sneaky to me. I don't know if she could trust him. But anyway, tell me your thoughts. What do you think of this episode? What did you think? What do you think is going to happen next? Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other videos. Check out my To Be Tuesday reviews. Check out my review of Raising Kanan. It's a great show. Check that out. And I will see you all in the next video.